One of the most common questions out there is, how do I start investing? It's a great question, but here's the problem. Almost everyone starts in the exact wrong place. So today, we're going to fix that. It almost always starts with something like this, right? You're talking to your friends, you're scrolling online, and the question that pops up is, hey, what's a hot stock to buy right now? We immediately jump to the what, the specific tactic, without even thinking about the why, the actual strategy. And it's not just stocks, of course. It's whatever the hot new thing is. We see this exact same pattern play out with crypto too. And it just keeps going. Real estate, precious metals, you name it. The pattern is always the same. We skip right to the end and ask, what should I buy? Okay, so this is the wrong place to start. Period. It feels like you're doing something right. It feels productive, but honestly, it's like walking into a hardware store and asking, what kind of nails should I buy when you haven't even designed the house yet? It makes no sense. So first things first, we need to completely redefine what investing even is. It is not a one-time purchase. It's not a lucky guess. It is a strategy. It's a plan, a long-term plan for building assets that are either going to produce income for you or grow in value over time. That is your financial blueprint. Which brings us right here, Section 1, your personal investing plan. This right here is the most crucial first step. It's the foundation for literally everything else we're going to talk about. So before you even think about buying a single stock or a single anything, you've got to answer a really big question. What kind of investor do you want to be? What are you actually trying to do here? What's the goal? See, this isn't about finding some magical winning stock. It's about figuring out what your own personal finish line looks like. And really, when you boil it down, your goals usually fall into one of two main buckets. On one side, you've got cash flow investing. The whole point here is to get regular, predictable income. Think of things like rental properties that pay you rent every month or certain stocks that pay you dividends. Then, on the other side, you have long-term growth. Here, the goal isn't monthly income. It's for the thing you bought to become way more valuable over time. Think of a fast-growing tech stock. Now, one isn't better than the other. They just do different jobs. Your first real task is to figure out which path, or maybe a mix of both, is the right one for you. Okay, so once you have a plan, once you know why you're investing, we move on to Section 2, education before action. And this is so important. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't try to perform surgery after watching a single YouTube video, would you? Of course not. So why on earth would you risk your hard-earned money without understanding the game you're about to play? There's a saying from the Rich Dad philosophy that just hits the nail on the head. Financial education comes before financial action. That's it. That's the whole idea. You learn first, then you act. The quality of your decisions is going to be a direct result of the quality of your education. And this is exactly why that education piece is non-negotiable. I mean, look at all the options. Investing isn't just one thing. You've got stocks, index funds, rental properties, private businesses, bonds, even raw land. Each one of these is its own little universe with its own rules, its own risks, and its own potential rewards. You got to learn the game before you can even hope to win it. All right, let's just grab one of these as an example. Take index funds. So what is an index fund? Well, it's not one company. It's more like a basket that holds tiny little pieces of hundreds of companies all at once. What this does is it automatically diversifies you. It spreads your money out. And why does that matter? Well, history shows that low-cost index funds have been one of the most powerful tools for building wealth over the long haul, mostly because they keep fees super low and they don't put all your eggs in one basket. Or how about dividend stocks? These are basically shares in big, established companies that, as a thank you for being a shareholder, literally pay you a piece of their profits. It's called a dividend, and it usually comes every 3 months. Now, see how this connects right back to that goal we talked about? If you want cash flow, dividend stocks are a tool designed for exactly that job. The education helps you match the right tool to your specific goal. All right, so you've got your plan, you're committed to learning. Now what? Well, now we get to Section 3, and we're going to build your 12-month investing roadmap. This is the step-by-step actionable guide that literally anyone can follow to get started. So here's the whole year, all laid out. And I want you to notice something really important. The part where you actually invest your money, that doesn't happen until the very end. And that is 100% on purpose. All the work up front, all that preparation, that's what sets you up for success for years, even decades to come. You're building a strong foundation so that compounding can do its magic. So let's zoom in on the first 6 months. For months 1 and 2, your only job is to write down that personal investing plan. That's it. Then, for months 3 and 4, you just focus on your financial education. Read books, listen to experts, learn the language. Then, things get really practical in months 5 and 6. This is where you build your foundation. You're going to focus on paying down any high-interest debt, like credit cards, and building up an emergency fund. I mean, you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, right? Same thing with your finances. Okay, now for the back half of the year. This is where the action starts. In months 7 through 9, you're doing the practical setup. You're opening up your brokerage account or a retirement account. And then, finally, in months 10 through 12, you make your first investment. But here's the key. Start small. The goal here isn't to get rich quick. It's to get your feet wet, to gain some real-world experience, and to learn by doing. And that brings us to our last section, Section 4, the final mindset shift. Honestly, this might be the most important part of this whole thing because it's about changing the way you think about investing. First, we have got to talk about the biggest myth out there, that you need to find the perfect investment to get started. This idea, this search for the one flawless, can't-miss opportunity, it paralyzes people. It keeps them on the sidelines forever. Let me be super clear. The perfect investment does not exist.
The reality is this: investing is not a one-time decision. It's not like buying a lottery ticket and hoping you pick the right numbers. It is a lifelong process. It's a journey of learning, making adjustments, and consistently building over time. It's a skill you develop, not some secret you uncover.
And that's really the big idea I want to leave you with today. The goal isn't making your first investment. That's not the win. The real goal is taking the first step. So the only question that really matters is, when are you going to take yours?